Alright, so this is Tiblio, and it's an amazing online service that helps you find the best trading opportunities. They have multiple different screeners for credit spreads, option sweeps to follow large trades and big money moves, and a lot more for your different trading strategies. There's a trading board so you can log all your trades as soon as you enter. You're gonna get real-time alerts sent straight to your phone. But the best feature is the community Discord group, where you can exchange trading ideas and get guidance from the Tiblio team. So you can sign up for $34.95 a month. That's less than a tank of gas, but make sure that you sign up with my link and get your first month for 20% off. All right, so make sure you check out Tiblio. If you haven't tried out Webull, make sure you use my link below for 12 free stocks when you join. Webull's added so many new features like the volume profile indicator, paper trading with options, and educational tools to help you trade more profitably. So make sure that you sign up to trade with Webull today. Yep. Black Girl Stocks official merch is now live, so you can either scroll down and click underneath this video, or you can go over to teesprings.com. We have t-shirts, different colors, different sizes, crew necks, sweatshirts, and I got the MACD tee specifically for my fellas. What's up, fellas? Go ahead, get the socks, make an outfit out of it. Get rich, stay rich, everything positive. You already know how we do. So go ahead, check out Black Girl Stocks official merch.
The Black Girl Stocks candlestick review cards are a deck of cards that you can use while you trade. Traders use them to help think more clearly about their trades and why they're doing them. The first part of the card deck has general information about candles and what you need to keep in mind while you're trading. The second part of the deck is a combination of bullish and bearish candle trends split into reversal and continuation patterns that you can use while trading. Once you get your cards, you'll gain access to an online candlestick quiz and a decision diagram to help you through any trade. So make sure to get your Black Girl Stocks candlestick review cards today.
Join the Black Girl Stocks Options Trading Discord group for my weekly watch list, trading strategies with entry and exit points for your trades, day trading and swing trading ideas posted throughout the day with AI technology, tips, and a community of over 300 options traders. So click the link in the description below to join today.
Foxtail from the deep.
Hello, can you hear me now? Dang, we've been on here for 10 minutes. I haven't been looking at the, oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all hear me now? Cause Demi just called me. Damn. Bro, y'all haven't heard anything I was fucking saying. Damn. Should we even continue with the live? Should we end the live? I don't know, y'all. Should we end the live? Cause I'm over it. I'm over it. He said yes. I'm not gonna end the live. We're gonna keep it going, but we're just gonna wrap it up. Basically, from what I was saying, if TikTok, what is this? You were chatting like I was chatting. Damn. All right, look, basically all I was saying, what Chloe asked in the Discord was, oh, see, now Discord is tripping. Well, dang, this is crazy. If TikTok gets banned next week, let's look at Meta and Snapchat. That's basically all I was saying. And then the earnings reports for next week, Carnival Cruise. Okay, we're gonna look at Micron Energy, McCormick. Everybody likes that. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. This is a mess. Wow. That's how I feel right now. It's okay. All right, so let's do what we normally do, okay? And let's check out our, excuse me, our major indices. I always like to start with SPY because that's just, it is what it is. Wait, hold on. Why is it so far back? I'm really lost. No, I can hear you now and I need you. Oh, thank you, Incognito. Okay, well, I'm looking at this playback and it's like all the way back here on Snapchat. So tell me now, are you guys able to see the SPY chart? What do you guys see? This is a mess. This live is a mess. No, I can't forward put. Okay, let's just go ahead. So anyways, let's look at SPY. And one of the main things I want to use is the volume profile indicator, which is one of my favorites now. And just kind of looking at where we are right here. See, I'm getting a lot of text messages now. What the hell is this? Girl, that's a fake page. And that's all these people keep making fake pages. Look, man, they do it to everybody on the internet. So I don't know why everybody's acting so surprised. There's fake pages of everybody. It's not me. I'm sorry. There's literally nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to keep stressing myself out. Girl, I'm about to have a meltdown on live right now. Whoo, wow. Okay, so yeah, we can see that we have a lot of volume right here around this $391, literally right where we are. I just need to see what's gonna happen. The momentum is getting a little slow to me. Girl, hold on. No, I was about to say, I may see some slight divergence. I don't know, girl. It might be me. It's very, very, very light. But I don't know if I see some divergence with my moving averages here and the price here on SPY. And one easy way that you can look and see that is to kind of interchange between candlesticks and line graphs as far as seeing the divergences. But I don't know. I kind of want to see what's going on with SPY next week. I don't want to say I'm bearish, but you know, we kind of have some resistance here around, I mean, pretty much where we are around this 400, this 396, okay? And we did, now this is on the daily chart, okay? We did slightly kind of break below that 50-period moving average, okay? This was back on the 10th. Girl, I don't know. And it looks like it slightly used that as resistance last week. So SPY, we need to see what's going on. If I'm gonna be bullish, hold on. And this is just off the daily chart. If I'm gonna be bullish next week, I need to see it. I need to see SPY cross above this 399, 400. And I left a message in the community chat and I asked you guys, what do you guys think with the 25-point interest rate hike that we had last Wednesday? It wasn't 50, it was 25, it was slightly lower, and now they're saying that they're possibly moving towards No, this is Webull. This is Webull. So we're using Webull. Even with the lower interest rates, you know, the market is still seeming like it's wanting to be bearish. So for bullish entry, I would need to see it cross above that on the daily. And as far as bearish, I mean, it's kind of easy for me. I would use the 200 period moving average for that. And that's going to be around 389. So that's not too far from where we are. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. That RSI is looking a little weak to me. I want to see. The MACD histogram looks, oh, yeah, the MACD histogram looks okay. But I want to see if it's going to continue to use this as resistance because, okay, just another thing, look, on the 4-hour chart, we had some consolidation around this point again, back around the 10th. And you see what happened after we reached that 396. I mean, it just plummeted down to 379. So we're reaching that high POC. This is the point of control. We're reaching that price again. So I'm wondering, is it going to continue in this little downtrend that we've had? So that's my thought on SPY. It's looking a little bearish to me. So what do you guys think in the comments below? Because nobody answered the question. I said, are you bullish or bearish after this interest rate increase? So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about SPY going into next week? Do you think it's going to cross above this resistance that we had at 399? Oh, Devontae said Oxy calls. Let's look at Oxy. There was another thing too. I think I forgot to. Hold on, I'll be it. Okay, let me see. Oh, somebody said, do I have a Discord? Yes, I do have a Discord. Here's the Discord right now. And this is just kind of an idea of what we talk about. You know, just have a few little plays, talk about a few little things, post our profits. Ooh, somebody made 42. Ooh, 29, okay, that's cute. Ooh, 100, that was me, okay. The last thing I forgot to talk about was something about Dollar General. Okay, here it is. So I don't know if you guys saw this news about Dollar General, that over 4 states, they have fined the retailer a total of over $1 million due to price inaccuracies from 2021 to 2022 after a wave of complaints. So the rapid expansion of Dollar General is noted to have also led to a variety of operational and regulatory issues, including the pricing errors. So Dollar General snagged a strong buy even with this interesting news after their earnings from DM Martin's research. So I really want to look at Dollar General after this report increase. So let's look. Oh, Christopher says fake pump bullish then bearish. I can see that. Paynostagram, that's cute. Bearish for sure. No other good news. I don't know. 396 is a huge level. Yeah. Carrie says bearish. Lovely 226 is hard to say. This news is making things seem a bit bearish. Devonta. Okay, so let's look. Okay, let's look at. Now, if you guys want to look at anything, like I said, make sure you leave it in the comments below. And let's go ahead and let's look at Oxy real quick from Devontae, and then we can look into a couple of other stocks. So let's look at Oxy. Also, make sure, you know, this has been a very interesting live. Make sure you guys click the thumbs up button for me too, okay? Hold on. Girl, Oxy, this is looking cute for Oxy. Hold on. So this is on the 4 hour. Let's move back to the 5. Oh, shoot. Wow. Okay, so this is interesting. You guys already know you know, and I'm gonna go, I haven't done fib lines in a little while, so let's draw a little fib on this too. I don't know what this yellow line is. Okay, that's from something I was messing with a long time ago. So just looking at Oxy on the daily chart, it's pretty interesting. We did kind of have a little bearish cross here. This happened back in February. So we had a little bearish cross, our 50 period moving average cross below the 200. So we had a little dip there. What's interesting is the volume profile. It looks pretty evenly distributed. We have very, very large volume here, about 982 million shares were traded around this price of $57. Hold on, let me put it. Yeah. I like to hide this because it kind of gets in the way. Let me hide that. So yeah, $57. Right now we're at $58. So we can kind of see, you know, around these little consolidation areas where it's kind of played around that level, we've always had a price increase. So boom, 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 boom. And we're right there again. So is this, you know, is this a place where we can see a potential bullish rebound for Oxy? I mean, who was that? Warren Buffett just, what was that, a couple of weeks ago, last week? And he just picked up a few more million. What's going on? So let's see. Wow. Now, Oxy definitely had a really nice Friday, that's for sure. We had a little bit of a drop during after hours, but we had a good rebound. The MACD looks good. RSI, it's good to me. It's around 45, so we still have some good room for bullish movement. Now, for me, this is on the 4-hour chart. Really, I would want to see that crossover of this is my 5 and 10 period EMA line, so it's fairly short for short-term trades. I mean, if I was really just gonna be safe, I would really want it to pass above this 50 period moving average on the 4-hour chart. So it's around $58.82. That's really not that far from where we are right now. But if you want it to be even more secure, probably 59. And I mean, the super trend indicator is all the way up here at 60. So we still have a ways to go from there. But I would say for me, something cute, and this could even be something, a little short trade, if you were going to anticipate taking profits at that 60, that peak that we had from last week. So yeah, my entry for that would be 59. And if I was going to have a stop, it would probably be around 57. Just, that's for short term. This is a short term trade. Okay, so that's, oh, let's look at some options too. Let's look at, because I know Devontae, he's in the Discord. So I know he's doing options. And I haven't put this in, there's different scanners and things in the Discord that I have over there. I'm not gonna use that for this. I'm just gonna look at something about 11 days out. Whoa, girl, look at this. I like this, so I would like the 60 or the 61. Very low price, $70. What's the delta on that? It's cute, about 28. So you can get a cute, you know, a couple of cute little coins, but you know, the premium's very nice on Oxy, short term. So honestly, I want to be bullish on Oxy next week, but I would, you know, I would like to see it have, you know, some pretty strong volume, and I would like to see it cross above that 58, 89, 59, if you just want to round it up. Yeah, Buffett did just buy some more. Hey Chase, where have you been? Okay. So Chris said, we appreciate your hard work. When you get a chance, can you do NVIDIA? Okay, so let's look at NVIDIA. We can put that on there. So we did Oxy. Now, before we do NVIDIA, I want to look, let's look at Snapchat and Meta real quick, okay? This shouldn't take long. No shade. Okay, so let's just see what Snapchat is talking about. What's going on? Weeble, hello. I don't know if that's Weeble or if that's my internet. Brief intermission, you guys. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I haven't even been looking at Snapchat. Okay, now keep in mind, Snapchat is, I wouldn't consider this a penny stock. I would say penny stock is a stock that's below $5. It's still a little light to me. So we're not going to get Tesla movements on a stock like this. So just keep that in mind. But from what I see on this daily chart, Snapchat is looking cute. Now, look at all this green too. Price cross above moving average convergence divergence, double moving average crossover. Yes. So you can see we have a lot of things going on. Short term, our price is moving above both of my short term moving averages. Now I know this might be kind of tight to see, but this little white one here and this orange one, that's the 5 and the 10 period moving average. So we crossed above that, boom. Now you can also see last week we crossed above the 200 period moving average, boom. And we are above the 50. Now the next thing I would want to see is that 50 cross above the 200, but right now it's looking decent for snaps. So for me, honestly, and I know this is kind of far off, I know you're going to be like, Fox, I don't know. I would want to have my entry above this 1220. Let me see this move up. But you can do something cute, maybe. And this is a very long wick from last week. I would probably say 12 if you wanted to be a little bit more quick with it, maybe around 1170. But for me, I would probably want to say 12. But it's looking like a very, very good potential breakout here. RSI is around 60 on the 4 hours, so just kind of be careful with that. Short term, let's look at some short term options, maybe around 11 days if you're just going to day trade next week. Oh. $10,000 for a $10, $11, $20 option contract. What's the delta, honey? What's the delta? 30, 20, 40. So this one, I would probably, for something like this, if I was gonna do this, I would definitely, and I'm just being honest, I would have 10 contracts of this. This is something I would have 10, 20 contracts on and just see what happens. Because that's where the money is, the more contracts. Of course, that's more risk, but okay. So yeah, Devontae, no, that wasn't from Devontae, that was from Chloe. And I took a little bit more time than I wanted to on Snapchat, but that's Snap. And let's look at Meta real quick, and then we're gonna do NVIDIA, okay? Oh my God, this is Meta? Meta is looking really good to me. Now, if you guys saw that volume profile video, what I can see, this is really kind of giving me another cute little normal distribution. And for me, if I already had this position, I would want to take profits around this 220, 225. So if Meta continues in this crazy bullish rampage that it's been in, okay, I can definitely see it coming back up here. We have some resistance here. This was way back last April. This was from almost a full year ago. This is interesting to me. Let's see. I would just kind of be careful though. I would anticipate a little pullback at least though. It's been doing a lot. So I would want to see a cute little pullback though. The RSI is still kind of low here too. It's around 60. I might want to wait on Meta. I would want to anticipate a pullback, but for me, before I enter, I need to see it move above that 207 again. This is on the 1 hour. That's a little bit closer, but I need to see it move above that 207. Really 208 for me. So that's that for Meta. And then let's look at NVIDIA real quick. Let me just look at some of the options. Yeah, Meta has some decent options. You can get a cute little, that delta is too low, $20. For $100 though, you can do something cute with that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for Meta and Snapchat. That's what I would want to see if TikTok gets banned. And honestly, just all this talk of TikTok being banned is probably, you know, good promo. Okay, let's get into NVIDIA. Okay, Incognito said coin. And I know last week, I know that they were, I don't know if that was last week or not, they were going crazy with the coin puts in Discord. It was crazy. Let's look at NVIDIA from Incognito. And make sure you guys click that thumbs up button for me too. We have 75 people in here and 30 likes. The math is not mathing for me, okay? Okay. I would want to be careful with this. I want to see what's going on with NVIDIA because I don't know. We've had some really strong growth since around last October. Last October, we've had some strong growth. Now, just be careful, okay? Because we do have some resistance here around this 267. This is all the way back from last year. This is so interesting that this is where the market is. We are literally where we are from last year. That's very great. But just, I want to be careful with that. So for me, if I was going to anticipate something with this, it would either need to be a breakout or a pullback. So for the breakout, my entry, dang, that's a little bit fur. Hold on. A good entry for me is probably going to be around that 74. I would, short term, I would want to, for a continuation in this trend, I would need to see it cross above that 273, 274. And honestly, even more so, I would love to see it at least move up to this 290 or cross above it as a continuation of this uptrend that we've had since last October. But we'll see what happens with that. Honestly, I would really love to see a little pullback, at least back down to this 234. You know, we have some high volume here, about 1.19 billion here around this 234. So let's see, you know, if the price returns to that area, if we have a little pullback. My voice is it's really kind of giving deep. I don't know if we are on the same algorithm on TikTok, and I've really been kind of getting into TikTok. I didn't want to, but there's this Miley Cyrus video and she's like, the journey is, her voice is so deep, and she's like, the journey is all this stuff. They need to stop making fun of her, but that video is so funny to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is NVIDIA. Ooh, Charles says, hey Charles, can we look at XELA 50-cent call expiring? Ooh, you're looking at leap options expiring January 17th. Let's look at that. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I had a couple of things that I wanted to look at, but you guys are kind of doing the work for me. You have some good stuff in here. Hey, Miss Mac. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's look at coin. I'm gonna write it down. Let's look at coin from incognito. What's up? I apologize. Let's look at, you said IWM calls. Let's see. Calls, what else? Let's look at XELA calls, okay. Let me see if I can get some more. I'm just trying to get some more. Who said this? I'm hoping my puts on NVDA will pay. I know that's right. NVIDIA puts, let me write that down. Put that in the Discord, we'll see. Okay, so I think we're good. We can look at 3 more. How long have we been on here? 30 minutes? Yeah, and we did waste 10 minutes in the beginning, but that's okay. So let's look at coin, IWM, XELA. Oh, also I want to look at MU too, because they have their earnings next week. So if you guys want to do an earnings play, we can look at something over there. Charles, what did I say? Charles. All right, yeah, let's look into it. Let's look into it. So let's do coin. Coin is looking cute. This is cute. This is really interesting to me. Okay. Now, I know I haven't been keeping up with the crypto drama and what's going on. I just know it seems like every day somebody is getting arrested or some type of federal mess going on with that crypto mess. I told y'all about that mess. Anyways. And I haven't heard anybody talk about those NFTs. I'm like, girl, we're about to go into a recession. I'm not worried about damn NFT. Anything to get money. That's what I'm telling you. Be careful. There's people out here scamming and stuff. Don't follow these get rich quick schemes. I made 7 figures in 3 months and all that mess. These people are trying to get your money, okay? Wealth is a slow building process. Journal your trades, follow your sectors, and just do it slow, okay? Don't listen to what these people talking about here. That's why I'm going on a tangent, but I'm telling you, I look at these other people, these other influencers, I'm like, girl, clickbait mess. She ain't talking about nothing, honey. Anyways, okay, so looking at this, on the daily chart, we had a lot of drama going on around 2021, huge losses for coin, but it looks like we've had some consolidation for a while. It's been side trading. This would have been a great stock, and I think we talked about this. This would have been a great stock to do some credit spreads on, because it's literally been trading in between $90 and $30 for over a year. Now, right where we are, you can see we have huge volume. What is this? Something in the billion. Hold on, I messed it up. What is that? $1.76 billion around 54. We're slightly above that. But you can kind of see, well, I don't know, you guys. Before, when we kind of reached this level, we had a drop. So we had a drop back down to that 31. This is going to be interesting. So for me, oh, wow. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm kind of bearish on this. Because before we had this consolidation, this was back in November. It was consolidating around this area for a while, and then choop, came back up. We've been consolidating around here for a while. I want to see what happens. Is it going to go choop again? So if I was going to have bearish entry, this is on the daily chart. This is around 61. That's a little bit further back. Let me see. Look at that. And we have our, so this is our value area. We have our value area high up here around 69. It looks like that's where we are, around 67. I want to see, is it going to use this as a rebound? And we have some resistance back there from February. I need to see what's going on. Even though we have been trading, you know, it's kind of been using this 200 period moving average and 50 as support a little bit. This is on the 4-hour chart. I need to see, is it going to use this as a resistance? So for me, that's what I would want to see. This is either going to be one of two things. It's either giving me breakout. It needs to break out above that 70. I need to see high volume. That's the only way that I would be bullish and possibly anticipate it coming back up to that 85. But if it starts acting funny around this 69 next week, if she starts playing around, I'm anticipating a reversal, child. Boom. Right back down to that 57. Who is that? Oop. Yeah! Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Simply Said. Okay, I don't know. Somebody sent me an email and I've been all over the place and I forgot to respond. I'm not sure if this is the same person. You sent me an email and you asked me for my Cash App. I don't need anything, okay? All I need is just love and support. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for your super chat. Oh, this is so emotionally overwhelming today. I don't know what is going on with me, but let's just get through. Thank you. Thank you, Simply Said. Yes, the SEC news took it down so it would keep falling. Who is this? Coin? When did that happen? You made over 8,000 on QQQ? Ooh! I like that. Okay, well, let's sprinkle some of that AK over here, okay? Let's sprinkle some of those profits over here, okay? Let's get some of that energy, you guys. All right, so I don't know if Incognito is talking about SEC taking coin down. I'm reading this book right now called The 4-Hour Work Week, so I'm trying to kind of not read the news as much. I know that's kind of interactive. I just look at earnings and Fed stuff and stuff like that. I really try not to. I haven't heard anything about it, but I'm gonna take, ooh, is this it? Crypto faces legal reckoning as SEC prepares action against Coinbase. Well, there's that. So yeah, let's just keep an eye on Coinbase. Put your alerts in. That's the only thing that you can do, because I know I'm not gonna sit here and look at this chart all day. Put your little alert. If it crosses, look, right click, create alert. If it goes above that 70, look at the calls, cancel that. Just cancel it. And then as far as the puts, honestly, for me, I would really say this 63. But you know, if you can do something a little bit closer, you don't need 66. But honestly, for me, it's gonna be a cross below that 63. And I'm not even trying to rhyme right now. All right, let's wrap it up, you guys, because I know I've been going off on a little tangent. Let's do the IWM potential calls. And then next we're gonna go into the XELA. And we still didn't look at MU. So let me kind of wrap it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the earnings play. Incognito said, good luck on coin. I know that's right. Oh, who is this? This is, you said IWM calls? I don't know. Who said that? I apologize. I'm not sure. And you said June 30th. Oh, that's my birthday. 194 calls. That's a leap. So we have some time. For me, this is on the 4-hour chart. Okay, I see what you're looking at. So this is interesting. You must have been looking at that volume profile. That's why you put that on there. I know what's going on. So I know you see this volume. We have 751 million here around this 171. That's literally where we are right now. And I think you're anticipating it to do what it's been doing once it gets around this area. And I can completely understand that. So let's, and look at the MACD, looks cute. RSI looks extremely cute, 381. So let's move into the 4-hour. That's what I was looking at before. So you can see what's going on right here. This around this 173. This is the 4-hour chart. And keep in mind, Weeble's volume profile is going to change. I forget the name of what this is called, but it's going to change based on the chart information that is available. So all of this is only going off of information from back to last November. If you move up here, it's only going off of information based off of March. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, we have some very high volume around this 174, 173 area. For me, if I'm going to get into that IWM call that you're talking about that expires on my birthday, I need to see it pass above this 173. It's at 172 right now. So put your alert right there. And then at that point, so many different things are going to happen once that happens. We already have a semi is trying to do a little semi-bullish crossover with my 2, 5, and 10 period EMA lines here. So you know that's short term. But by that time, it would have crossed above the 50 period moving average. That's a little bit longer term. So that's good for bullish movement. Honestly, if you want an even better entry, if you're more of a swing trader, a better entry is going to be this 176 because that's a resistance point that we had back from the 21st. So let's look at this option you were talking about. You said 195, 194, 630. Let me see what's going on with that. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna see because that delta, it's a little bit low, 15. Let's see, 200. I like this one a little bit more. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this 190 just a little bit more. The delta is slightly higher and we have a higher open interest. That's really the only reason why. It's not that much more expensive. It's maybe $40 more. No. What is this? 194, 120. You know, it's a little bit more, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I take that back. Because what you could do is you could get, hold on, 2 of those. Honestly, you could get, no. Honestly, I don't know. I would kind of play around with that. But you could get 2 of these and I mean, you would have a delta of probably, it would be equivalent to around 30 versus what I was talking about. This is 20. So yeah, you're probably right with that. I would get 2 of those for sure though. At least 2. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for IWM. So everybody put your alerts for 173 for next week for calls. And we gonna see what's popping off. All right. I like this. I might put that in the Discord. Oh wait, hold on, I didn't want to do that one. Okay, let's do the last one. Unless you guys have any more that you want to talk about, we're gonna do XELA. What stock is this? Oh, Irving, Texas. That's right across the street, child. It's a provider of transactions processing management, document management business. Okay, so this is business. And also one thing I wanted to say, just along the lines of keeping up with the sectors. That would be an interesting series if it was something that was like a playoff of keeping up with the Kardashians, but it's keeping up with the sectors. I don't know what I'm thinking about. But the highest grossing sectors last week were utilities. So that would be stocks like, actually, hold on. Let me just type this in real quick. NEE. These stocks were doing, oh girl, look what happened on Friday. This is giving me potential breakout, honey. Put this down on your thing. These were the top stocks last week. So look at this NEE. This is in utilities. Put a little alert around this 76 for next week for bullish. But I don't know, just be careful with that. The RSI looks, but the MACD looks cute. Really cute. Wow. Yeah. Now let's look at another one. This is DUCK. Duke Energy, that was another one that went crazy last week. It's not giving me the same vibe as the other one was, but yeah. Also, real estate. Prologis, this is one of the stocks that I actually talked about in that video of the top stocks to buy in 2022. But you clearly see it's not doing any of that right now. Yeah, maybe not that one. Let's look at, okay, and then the worst stocks were the consumer discretionary. So that's going to be your Teslas, Amazon, McDonald's, Apple. All of those were terrible. So let's look at Tesla real quick. Ooh, Tesla. We'll see what happens with Tesla. It's looking a little weak to me though. I'm wondering, I would need to see Tesla cross above that 190, 199. Okay, let's look at the last one was that XELA. And then we're gonna wrap it up, you guys. Is this it? I think this is a penny stock. Thank you, Incognito. This is definitely a penny stock. I'm not too sure about this. Let's zoom in. You know what I think about when I think that? I don't know if you guys watch Martin, but you remember when what was her name? Margaret or somebody, Myra, when she went to go and get her nails done and she had to put the goggles on. I'm gonna have to put my goggles on because I really don't know with this. Now one thing, So one thing I do see that I like, I see a lot of volume here around this 5 cents. We're at 3 cents right now. So for me, I would just want to anticipate the stock coming back up to that high volume point. So even though it's been in a long-term bearish move, I would anticipate a little cute little boop, a little pop back up towards that high volume point. So honestly, for me, it would be short-term bullish, long-term bearish, but I would want to see it kind of move up at least to that 0.05. That's where the moving average is. Little move, and usually the price always moves back to the moving average. I think that's one of the rules for Bollinger Bands or something. It always comes back to the average. Whew. I am tired. Actually, I did come back. I was at the gym before I got on live, so that's probably my fault. But I needed to release. So I think that's pretty much it. Unless you have another one. Am I a Capricorn? No, I'm a Cancer. My mom is a Capricorn though. Be careful, the market could rug pull soon. Oh, thank you. Let's look at that MU real quick before their earnings. I really wanted to see what they're talking about. If we were gonna do an earnings play. And we can actually, because I'm doing that, we can look at Tiblio real quick too, because I know a lot of you guys asked me about Tiblio. Oh no. Oh no, no. And they have their earnings coming up. I don't know. It's getting very close to this upper value area. So we have some resistance around this 62, literally where we are right now. And the last time we were consolidating around that point, we had that plummet back down to that 53. So for me, if I was going to trade this, I would want to see how it performs around this 62 area. If it kind of gets weak around there, I would anticipate a move back to this high volume around 56 right now. So I would probably say short term bearish, even though they do have their earnings. Let's see what they do the last earnings. And then sometimes what I've noticed, if stocks have a pattern, it really, honestly, it doesn't even matter if it's earnings or not. If it's at a high or a low in its pattern, sometimes it's going to continue in that pattern. So, I mean, looking at where we are we do have some resistance here around this 62, 63. So, you know, if I was going to be bullish, I wouldn't get into this until it crossed above that. Crossed above it and then use it as support. Other than that, I'm going to anticipate it falling right back down like it has before. Let me see. Lululemon into a Carnival Micron. Yeah, so that's about it for next week. Honestly, let's look at, oh no, we said we were going to look at Tivlio. Let's look at Tivlio. And let's look at CCO too. Carnival, they have earnings next week. Carnival looks cute. But we need to see what happens with Carnival. We're at another high volume place. And every time it's been around that $9, it's had a little dip. So we'll see. Okay, I'm not logged into Tivlio. If I have to put any information in here, I'm just gonna, I don't remember my password. Okay, this may be a no for Tivlio. I don't remember what my password is. Okay, well, that's okay. So, honestly, you guys, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for this week. I know that this live was a little, it was a little out there. What indicator is that for volume? Mike, that is the volume profile indicator. Check out my last video, not my shorts, but the actual last video that I posted, and that's the last one on the volume profile. Still holding my plug calls, and actually plug popped up again for bullish movement next week in my Discord group. So plug might continue to do something. All right, you guys. Okay, so yeah, that's it. We had a great live for the most part. I think next week is going to be very interesting. I think my favorite plays were that Oxy, NVIDIA puts, that IWM call. So those are definitely some of the ones to look at. Oh, and then that NEE. Put that on your list for sure, for sure. Oh, and Snap and Meta. So yeah, we talked about some good stuff tonight. So thank you guys so much for joining the live. Have a good trading week. Keep your mental health in check. It's very important. If you're not good, then you cannot help anybody. So I love you guys, and I will see you next week. All right, bye.